Hey, what's up YouTube? In today's video, I'm gonna go over the facts and evolution of the Titania demon found in many Megaten games, like Shimagami Tensei, Persona, and every other title in between. But anyways, thanks again for joining me today, and with that out of the way, let's get into it. Number 1. Shimagami Tensei 2. So between Shimagami Tensei 2 and Shimagami Tensei If, her design stays pretty much the same, except for some instances where her character sprite was actually reused to make the demons Nyx and Hecate, and Atlus pretty much just changed the sprite around and called it a different demon every time. Yeah, the Titania sprite, which is particularly just the body and the dress, served as the basis for several other female demons as well in the past games. Here, check them out. Number 2. Shimagami Tensei 3 Nocturne. Titania can be found at Yoyogi Park, where she is the leader of the fairies found there, and because of Sakahagi's presence in the park, she ordered the pixies to warp any intruders who might come close further inside. But after the protagonist defeats Sakahagi, Titania and Aberon both appear to thank the demi-fiend for, saving the fairies. Oh, and did you guys know that, Titania and Aberon are actually husband and wife? And she's one of the few rare demons to have an English dub over some gameplay elements. Number 3. Shimagami Tensei Imagine. In the silver-leveled instances of the Shibuya quarters, you can make contact with Titania in the Shibuya field as a boss demon there, accompanied alongside with Aberon once again. Number 4. Shimagami Tensei Strange Journey. In one of the X missions, a high pixie gives you orders to recruit both Titania and Aberon demons from Sector Gruss. Once you've actually captured them, you will have to return them back to the fairy village in Sector Antlia. Number 5. Shin Megami Tensei 4 Apocalypse. So Titania and Aberon both have different designs in this game, and they're still both residents of the fairy forest, but she soon later finds out that her husband is up to no good, because Aberon was actually scheming to use a weapon known as a jade dagger, though he quickly passes it off as a joke and, says the weapon is for Navarre, but, Titania isn't stupid, she can see right through him, and she warns him that if he ever, does something like that ever again, he won't get off lucky next time. Number 6. Devil Summoner 2 Raido Kuzunoha vs King Abaddon. So Titania appears alongside her husband again, but this time things aren't going so well for the two of them. During an optional side quest, Titania ends up trapping Raido in Fairyland, which I'm guessing is Fairyland, and her intent on making him her new consort, which pretty much means her new husband. But Aberon offers him his freedom in exchange for restoring Titania's faithfulness to him once again, but pulls back on that deal after Raido complies with it though. The couple then fight Raido together, but after Raido wins the fight, both Aberon and Titania will be available for fusion, and oh yeah, and if Raido has either Aberon or Titania, summoned in battle against each other, then a special conversation between the two of them will come up automatically during some demon negotiations. By the way, this entire side quest is basically a reprised role of the characters found of the Midsummer Night's Dream stage play written by William Shakespeare, where both Aberon and Titania are characters of that story. Number 7. Persona 3. The protagonist can use a fusion spell called a Summer's Dream when having Titania as your persona, and upon activating the skill, Titania will be paired up with Aberon once again. Also, the Persona 3 second animated movie, or I guess part 2, was also titled off this stage play, called Midsummer Night's Dream. Even Lotus Juice, one of the many well-known musical artists within the Persona series, made a banger of a song called Fate is in Our Hands for that movie. And in the lyrics of that song, he sings a phrase wording Midsummer Night's Dream. Even though it's just a play on words, he's making a reference to the stage play of William Shakespeare, where the Titania demon is referenced in. Number 8. Persona 4. Titania makes her return in Persona 4 again, and she can be fused or obtained in a Shuffle Time event in the Marakyu Striptease Dungeon, which is Risei's dungeon by the way. Number 9. Persona 5. During the side quest A Teacher Made to Suffer, Takase's parents, who are blackmailing Miss Kawakami for, their son's death, kinda messed up, will get a surprise visit by the Phantom Thieves, and once confronting the parent in mementos, the shadow of Miss Takase takes the form of Titania, and try to guess who the husband takes the form of. Come on guys, just try to guess. Aberon, of course. Number 10. Digital Devil Saga. So Titania will appear on the 3rd floor of the transit floor as a boss fight where you will need to defeat her to get the sugar key from her, but not before she threatens you to shove the key up your rectum. Yeah, she straight out says that in the game by the way. Also, in the secret boss fight against the demi-fiend in this game, he will also summon a Titania to his side as support, which is most likely the same Titania he met in, Shimagami Tensei 3 Nocturne. Number 11. Devil Survivor 2. A pretty strong Titania that's immune to almost anything can be fused in Devil Survivor 2, but first the protagonist will have to gain a fate level of 5 with Ionita before it is available. But once done correctly though, Titania can become immune to every type of attack out there, but well, except for Almighty related skills. But yeah, this Titania can become strong enough to go head to head against stronger demons like Metatron and the Purple Mare. Number 12, Shimagami Tensei 5. In SMT 5, which is, one of the latest entries of Titania, she and Aberon are both looking after injured humans in a shelter where both Titania and Aberon will tell the Nahobino to look for some golden apples from Aidan. And yeah, also Titania's Magatsuhi skill is called the Fairy's Banquet, which is a reference to the storybook stage play of the William Shakespeare story. Number 13. In the Double Summoner games, Titania's design takes a much more different approach as she takes the form of a pink butterfly, and even having bug-like qualities as well. Now, this same iteration was also used in the first Persona game as well. She can also be found in the Devil Children's games, but in the 3DS remake of Soul Hackers, a different Titania variant with a blue palette swap can also be found in that game too. So there's basically two of them. There's a pink Titania and a blue one. Wait, does that kinda technically make her the first shiny demon in this game? You know, technically like shiny Pokemon, if you know what I mean? Number 14. Although named very differently, Titania's design of the Megami Tensei series was probably inspired by the character Alferia, the fairy queen from Odin Sphere, which was another game published and localized by Atlus as well. Number 15. Titania can also appear in a collaboration event and promotional art for the game The Alchemist Code, where character artwork and a 3D model was made in their style, which looks pretty cool. Check it out. And that about does it for this video. So what did you guys think about the evolution of Titania and all these facts about her? Let me know down in the comments, but with that out of the way, thanks again for watching, and if you guys enjoy the content, go ahead and subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next upload, and remember, take care out there guys.